Hello, Sagittarius. How are you? Welcome to my channel. This is for anyone that has Sagittarius in their chart. If this video does not resonate with you, maybe you're not in your sun sign, so check out my other videos. Before we get into your love reading, I have a few messages for you from the universe that I got while meditating on your sign. So the first message that I got for you, Sagittarius, is that you need to do some detox. Now, what does that mean? That means getting rid of unhealthy patterns, unhealthy habits, unhealthy people from your life. If you need to befriend someone on your social media, befriend them. If you need to block someone, block them, because detox is really needed right now for you. Not only that, but I think your body also needs a detox. It needs a little bit of a rejuvenation. Some foods that are good to detox are garlic, kale, avocado, any green leafy vegetables, ginger, and the list goes on from there. So incorporate some nice clean food into your diet to help you get rid of those toxins. Another message that I got is to be easy on yourself. Don't let your inner critic get to you. It's okay to make mistakes. When we make mistakes, we are able to learn new things about ourselves. So be easy on yourself. You have the power to control your destiny. And that being said, if you have negative thoughts, then you'll attract negative things. So try to think in a more positive way so you can bring more positivity and abundance into your life. The last message that I got for you is the word stability. The word stability keeps on popping up into my mind. And stability doesn't only have to do with financial issues, but it has to do with mental, emotional, and spiritual issues. I guess the message is to bring a stronger foundation in your life. What areas of your life do you need to work on? Lead with your intuition. It will help you bring more stability. Now let's get into your love reading. I have 4 spreads. The first is the past. The second is the present. The third is what your person is thinking or feeling about you. The fourth is the advice. And I also have the under the deck card, which to me is the unknown, something that you may or may not be aware of. Let's get into your reading. Only 3 cards popped out for the past. We have the 7 of Cups, the 5 of Cups, and the 10 of Wands. Now, what I'm getting with this is that your person was the 7 of Cups. You could have found out they had more than one option, or they were making you an option, they were putting other things before you. And with the 5 of Cups, that made you feel sad. It made you feel hurt. It made you have resentment. And with the 10 of Wands, I'm also getting that this card was you. You felt stressed out. You felt like this relationship was a burden. You put in a lot of hard work, and whatever you found out made you feel once again hurt with the 5 of Cups. Now, because we have a lot of water in the past, I'm feeling like this happened during a water season, and I'm getting the feeling like it happened in Pisces season, which is March. Now let's get into the present. I have a strong feeling that whoever you are connecting with is a past person. 5 cards popped out for the present. We have the Tower in the reverse, the 6 of Cups, the 4 of Wands in the reverse, the High Priestess in the reverse, and the 2 of Swords in the reverse. Let's start off with the Tower in the reverse. I'm getting the feeling like this card is connecting to your person's energy. Now, if the Tower was not in the reverse, it would mean a sudden change, a breakup, chaos, something traumatic that would hurt the relationship. Now, because it's in the reverse, I think your person is trying to avoid the unavoidable. It can also mean an unwillingness to change. If you haven't broken up with your person yet, then your person is trying to avoid this. If you have already broken up with your person, then this person wants to get back into your life. Now let's get into the Six of Cups. I also have a strong feeling like this card is connected to your person. They're thinking about the past with you. They're thinking about the good memories that you shared together. And I think they really miss that. However, we have the Four of Wands in the reverse. And I think this card is connecting to your energy. You know that this relationship is not working out. This card also shows me that there's a lot of conflict. And this conflict could be with you and your partner, or this conflict could be within yourself, because we have the High Priestess in the reverse. The High Priestess in the reverse talks about not going with your intuition. It talks about self-doubt, confusion within decision making. It's kind of like the feeling like you know that something is wrong. And that notion is even more emphasized with the Two of Swords. Two of Swords in the reverse is about being indecisive, having anxiety, and lack of clarity. It's just the overwhelming feeling of not feeling good about something. Now let's talk about what your person is thinking or feeling about you. We have the Page of Cups, we have the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, and we have the Page of Swords in the reverse. With the Knight of Cups, this is like a player card. They'll charm you, they'll say sweet things, they'll, flirt with you, but they're a player. They come in and out of your life. They're not there for the long run. They're not the King of Cups. So just be aware that they are still in player mode. Now, with the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, I'm getting the feeling like they're financially unstable. This card also shows a lot of conflict. They could have conflict at home, conflict with family, conflict with friends. It just seems like they are not in the position to give you that cup of love. And with the Page of Swords in the reverse, this also shows me that your person is not in their element. They could be argumentative. They could lack communication to tell you how they feel. They're just not in the right mindset to be in a relationship. I mean, they are willing to come in and charm you, but it's nothing long term. It's something that could be more of a hassle to you than bring you joy. Now let's talk about the advice. 8 cards popped out, and at the end we have 88. So you could have been seeing 888, or you could have been seeing 88. The number 88 means abundance, and I think you need to really be in the mindset of abundance, because I think good things are going to happen for you in the future. That being said, let's talk about your advice. We have the King of Pentacles, we have the Hanged Man in the reverse, we have the Knight of Wands, the Sun, the Judgment card, the Nine of Cups in the reverse, the Eight of Cups, and the Strength card. Coincidentally, the King of Pentacles has to do with abundance. The advice for you in this card is that if you want to be in a relationship, it needs to be a relationship that you feel secure and stable in it. And this has to do with all things of stability: emotional, financial, spiritual, etc. With the Hanged Man in the reverse, that is a good card to have. The advice is to look at your perspective of what love means to you. The advice is to get a new perspective. What lessons have you learned from each romantic relationship? How can you make your future relationships better? And with the Knight of Wands, this talks about impulsivity. So the advice from the universe is to not jump into relationships. Don't get into relationships if you have that feeling that you need to. Be comfortable with being by yourself. Be comfortable with the fact that you don't need anyone to complete you. And the next card is the Sun card, which is probably one of the best cards you could get. This card talks about happiness, harmony, feeling bright like the sun. So I'm thinking that the advice is to get into a more positive mode, because you can attract someone that will bring you joy and security and abundance. With the Judgment in the reverse, the advice is to get rid of that inner critic, get rid of that self-doubt, and really get empowered and get into your intuition. Really think about the lessons that you have learned from your relationships. Get clarity on those lessons so that you could have a brighter future with that Sun card. With the Nine of Cups in the reverse, this talks about disappointment. So get out of feeling disappointed about your love life, because you have so many good cards for your advice. You have abundance, you have happiness, optimism. So if you're feeling disappointed, get out of that feeling. Get into a more high vibrational state of mind. And don't be disappointed to walk away with the Eight of Cups. With every relationship, we learn a valuable lesson. Some relationships are not meant to last forever. Some relationships come into our lives to teach us a lesson. And I really want you to take that into account. It's okay to walk away if something is not for your highest good. And I really don't think that person you are connecting with is for your highest good. And the very last card is the Strength card. And the advice is to have more power in yourself and confidence. Sometimes relationships make us feel not very confident. So get into your warrior mode. Find your inner power. And the Under the Deck card is the Magician in the reverse. So this talks about deception, trickery, and I think it has to do with not going with your intuition. And based on the advice, I think you know what you need to do. You'll have a very bright future. You will be happy and you'll have that abundance. But just remember, go with your intuition and get rid of that self-doubt. Well, Sagittarius, I hope you enjoyed your reading. And I wish you a lot of love and light. Goodbye.